In January 2011, just as the county executive was forming his administration, this county, our county, was struck with a serious crime challenge. By the end of 2011, this department, working very closely with the council, with the county exec's office, with the state's attorney's office, and other agencies within the county government, but specifically the community itself, we were able to reduce violent crime for 2011 by almost twice the national average. Property crime was down almost 3 times the national average. But at the beginning of 2012, we were committed and determined not to have the same January we had in 2011. And that was really the basis for the January initiative.
I have to tell you, I was here the night that they brought in the men and women in this when this initiative started. With very little notice, they brought these folks in here and they said, you know what? You're the best of the best. We're going to put you out in the streets. We're going to give you a tough task. And, you know, I know if somebody would have called me at the last minute and said, you know, I'm going to spend somewhere around 48 hours, 72 hours out here chasing down people around the holidays, I wouldn't have been a happy camper. And from some of their looks, they weren't happy campers either. But what they were dedicated men and women for Prince George's County who understood their job and took their job very seriously. And what we see here today and what you're about to hear is their effort on behalf, not on my behalf, not on the chief's behalf, not on the command staff's behalf, but on the citizens of Prince George's County's behalf. That is why they wear the uniform. That is why they're dedicated to the work they do. And that is why I am so proud to have a small part to play in their effort. So we are pleased with what they have done, and I look forward to hearing about this January. I also look forward to the fact that we've got, and we said this at the very beginning of this administration, that we were serious not only about protecting and serving, but making sure that those people who wear the uniform also know that we're serious about enforcing the laws so nobody disgraces that uniform. And that is why I'm glad that we're making the official announcement of our Inspector General, Mr. Costa, and we're very proud to have him. If we can give him a round of applause again. It sends a clear signal to the wider world that Prince George's County is moving forward, that there is a new day here, not only in the police department, but in this government. And so I'm pleased to have like I said, a small role in it, and I look forward to the rest of the news conference. Thank you very much.
I think the results speak for themselves, but I really want to thank you on behalf of the over 900,000 men and women who rely on us every day to make sure that they are able to live in communities where they can raise their children and send them to schools that are safe. This year has been a year of great collaboration, not just with the police department, but I also want to thank the county executive. He has been a tremendous leader whose leadership style has been one of collaboration. I see Mary Lou McDonough, the sheriff, all of us have worked together to make sure that this community is recognized as a first-class community as it is.
The Inspector General is a very important position for this police department and for this administration. There's a lot on my shoulders. What we hope to have happen are a number of things. Number one, we want to show folks that this position is an independent authority. When I was first talking to the police department about this, I really engaged them from the standpoint of I was giving them ideas on how I thought they should structure it, and then it turned into maybe you should apply, and I did. So I got an opportunity to really help build this position in a way where I thought, and it wasn't for me, I thought it was going to be for somebody else, and where it would be a good position that would have credibility. The usual Inspector General deals with waste, fraud, and abuse. On top of that, what I thought that this Inspector General should do, and both the police chief and the county executive agreed, is taking a look at both the programmatic and the systemic issues that this department faces, and having the ability to say to the chief, Chief, I think this needs to be changed. Chief, I think we need to look at something else. I believe that I have that autonomy and that authority. And I think as a result, both quickly, in the midterm and in the long term, Prince George's County Police Department will be a police department that other departments will be looking to as the model.
I mean, that's the important thing. The message that got out that I was watching the TV coverage from what we were doing, sent a clear signal to those out there who are thinking about doing wrong or who are doing wrong that we're going to get you. And we're not going to rest. That not only are we going to find you and arrest you, we're going to prosecute you, we're going to house you in our jails. You need to stop. And the other thing that we brought to bear was there are other options. You know, this is one side you could take, but here's another. So we're going to have we're going to bring you to social services, to family services, all the wraparound things you need. But we're going to spend the resources to make sure that people in this community are safe. And that's not going to stop.